Hey, this is Ruth for discussion 2. The first question of how does Tobias do sorry? He is actively involved with people who have been harmed in a way that he harmed somebody. He's involved with the victims and he actively listens to how they're being affected by it, not just how they are doing immediately after the fact, but years later, how they're still affected, and he empathizes and understands that he was the cause of all that harm. He also shows when he goes in front of the parole board, when they ask him, why he should be let out, he genuinely shows that he understands what he did and he's done the work to change himself as a person, and that he's not the same person that he was when the murder occurred. He realizes that it's irreparable. He can't undo the damage, and he takes full responsibility for it, and he says that, whether or not he is let out, he is facing those facts, and, maybe he does deserve to be in prison for life because of that, and he agrees that that is a possibility. So I think that really showed the judge that he's very aware of what he did, and he has done his best to make amends and will continue to do so. I think that's the whole point of doing sorry, not just saying it, but being actively involved. An occurrence that happened in my life is when I had someone close to me. They had been heavily drinking, and they ended up saying and doing some things that were very hurtful. And I expressed to them a day or two later just how awful it was to hear them say certain things and do certain things. And they just genuinely listened to how I was feeling and how upset I was. And they didn't try to make any excuses or, try to place blame anywhere else. They just accepted that that is what they did, and they felt awful about how it affected me, and they decided that they weren't going to drink that heavily anymore, and they haven't, and they've never done anything like that since, to my knowledge. And so I think when people just actively listen and realize how their decisions affect other people and really take that into full consideration, and try to put themselves in their shoes, it's just better than, some empty words such as I'm sorry. You have to act sorry, do sorry.